Hello everyone and welcome back to the Belgian Beer Brothers channel. Cedric here in Antwerp with yet another brew review, and we are still in the week leading to Baltic Porter Day. Well, it's tomorrow already, but that means we are having number 3 from this Baltic Porter Day 2026 pack, the Polish Soul Edition. And I thought maybe we should leave the most special one for last, and today take the Polish Forest by Nepo Brewing, or Nepo Muchen as we used to know. So this is the green one, yet another Power Ranger. I feel like we are going down in ABV. We had a 9%er yesterday, was an 8.9, today is an 8.5. The last one will be 8.7 again. But yeah, that is the thing with these Baltic Porters. I once did a Baltic Porter tasting with like 8 of these Baltic Porters, and even though we only had taster glasses, which means between 12 and 15 centiliter of each, we still had like a liter and a half per person. And of course we finished off with something from the cellar from the organizer. So I think what I'm trying to say is, if you're gonna do a tasting with heavy hitters like these, go on foot or take public transportation. But completely past what I was trying to say. Baltic Porter Polish Forest by Nepo Brewing. For Baltic Porter Day we are prepared something special, a Baltic Porter with spruce needles, a rich and complex beer with forest notes of spruce unique to Nepo beers. In the flavor and aroma you'll find intense notes of dried fruits, dark chocolate and caramel, offset by a delicate resinous note. So let's celebrate Baltic Porter Day, which we will. And this is a time that I remind you guys that we have these on tap in Antwerp in 5 locations. So yeah, check out the website, it will be on the map. This is an 8.5% ABV, as I said, also brewed to 22 Platos, and it also has barley and rye malts. Okay, very curious, because I, as you know, like porters, I like stouts, I like these roasty thingies, but I also like resinous notes and resinous flavors, if done correctly. So let's have a look. It looks quite dense, quite thick, a bit syrupy. Or oily is the right word, and it is extremely aromatic, but I'll get into that in a second. This is, or this appears to be a bit less dense, a bit less dark than the others. It's a tiny bit more see-through, but I still get that dark brown, deep red color. Nice, thick, dense foam, nice tiny bubbles. The way that we've been seeing them all week. Nice dark beige, as expected with this style. Lovely, lovely color. Yeah, I told you that this is very aromatic, but while pouring I already got the scent of pine needles, spruce needles. It's like, I used to build my own guitars, and actually when shaving off spruce wood, like a Sitka spruce, that is exactly the scent that I get right now. So it's really, it is actual spruce. This is like shaving wood combined with pineapples, pine needles. It's like the all-known forest fresh air freshener, but done right. And at the same time I do get a bit of dark chocolate and some roasty notes, but those are well hidden underneath that layer of spruce, that layer of aroma. So let's have a taste. Cheers. It's not subtle at all. But it is a nice combination. I didn't expect this to work so well, but it does. The roasty flavors of the malts are in fact combined with some light sweetness. Again, not sugary, not sticky. They speak of caramel on the container, but yeah, flavor-wise, maybe it's just not that sweet, but it is very slightly sweet and fruity. Again, the dried fruits, as they mentioned, dried figs, but a bit of dark chocolate, some coffee, a tiny hint of caramel, or a bit creamy even, but it is all severely overshadowed by this spruce, while actually it's not annoying. It has this weird citrusy, fruity note in there as well. Very nice. A lot of resin. Now I do know that Pohjola also has a forest range where they use pine needles and pineapples and even mushrooms, whatever is to be found on the land. I think they even did something with tree bark. And that always sounded interesting, but I never got my hands off on some of them. But tasting this, I think I should do my best, because I am curious for the others. And if Nepo is also into this and doing this more, I would very much like to try. Of course, we have seen Nepo recently in Mr. Hop's advent calendar, but we've already had 2 or 3 of them, so I'll put a link up here to those videos or to that playlist. And as this warms up, I do get a hint of berries as well. Yeah, a bit of like a tiny hint of cassis, and maybe even a slightly vinous flavor, like some dry red wine. Okay. Polish spruce. Very, very nice indeed. We'll get that going on. This is a beautiful brew, by the way. Now, oh, the after flavor is awesome as well. The after flavor reminds me of what we used to call a mazout, which is a combination of beer and Coke. And I do mean Coca-Cola, I don't mean like alcohol and the other stuff. No, but a combination of beer and cola called mazout here, or like diesel. But the after flavor slightly reminds me of that. So yeah, childhood memories. Like, yeah, only in Belgium. Childhood memories involve beer. But the after flavor also has a lot of coffee, a lot of bitterness, again, roasty flavors, toast, and of course that spruce, but way more subtle. Very, very nice. I'm thinking about scoring this. I think I'm not going to score this extremely high, although this is a prime example of quality brewing in my humble opinion. It's just not really my cup of tea. I love this, but in any other setting than taping these videos on my own, I would easily share this can with 1 or 2 friends. Making this a tasting, having 250 mils or like 160 mils each would be more than enough. And I, by the way, urge you, if you get your hands on one of these this year, do so. And if they sell them again next year, I am surely gonna look into that, because I am definitely gonna try to share one of these cases with like 2 friends, so 3 people sharing 4.5 liters of beer in the 9% range. Sounds like a nice tasting, but we'll see what we do with that. Yeah, I think I'm gonna score this like 3.5, because it is definite top quality. It's just not my thing. I would never order a second one of these in a bar. I would probably order one small one to have a taste, acknowledge that this is awesome, and then go over to a like a lager, or, well, this is a lager, but you know what I mean, like a light blonde or an IPA, for example. But yeah, it is definitely an awesome beer. Love these experiments. Okay, that all being said, thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, hit the thumbs up, leave a comment down below. If you haven't subscribed already, please do so. Hit the bell icon so you'll get notified whenever I upload something. And I will see you guys again tomorrow. If you can't wait so long, yeah, share a video, make someone else happy, buy me a beer, support this channel, and I'll see you guys again tomorrow. Cheers!